What's up, people of my YouTube channel? Finally, running a bit late, but finally it is time to do a little live stream again. First off, I'm really sorry for starting late, but things didn't exactly turn out the way I wanted them to do today. Jacqueline, thank you for joining. This is actually due to your request. You requested me to do a live year evaluation. However, I think I'm gonna fail you on this part because life happened. I was supposed to prepare this great evaluation, going through the top videos and such, but I just got back from Stockholm and I had a deadline to what do you say, prioritize. I'm studying part-time, so I just finished with that, and I haven't been able to really like structure the evaluation the way I wanted to. But something will be discussed here. I thought we would start with going through some of my top moments, top videos, and looking at those, extracting some kind of reflection from that. At least that's the plan. Honestly, I have no idea how this is going to turn out, and I'm sorry because I want to give you good value, but it's just the context of my life that has put me in this situation right now. Enough with excuses. Let's just dive into it. First off, I need to just check that we got audio. Do you hear me? I've actually been looking forward to this a whole lot. I can hear myself. But like 1 hour ago, I started to realize, like, fuck, this is gonna be a mess. Yeah, great. So this year, 2018, it's been filled with fear-facing moments. It has entailed so many learnings and reflections, and it's like I have so much things I want to share, but I can't talk about everything, and that would just make it like all over the place. I do want to state the main. I really would appreciate you guys contributing with context for how you want me to move forward. What do you think has been the highlights of the year that has passed? What kind of content do you want to see here, so I can try to focus in on that even more? I want to give back more. I want to connect more with you guys. I want you to be a bigger part of this. Initially, I've started out as a very individualistic person, like attacking the YouTube channel as my platform for my own personal growth. I'm realizing more and more that this is something that I want to do for you guys, because it's just so fun. Max McCasey, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure having you. So to not talk too much, I just thought we'd at least go to one of my top moments list, and with the top moments, it's like one of the moments I've experienced in one of my challenges that just brought me the most, like, intense experience, the best moments looking back at what I've done this year. And three of this, I'm gonna list 3 moments, and they are in no particular order because it's just too hard to rank. But one of the moments that's just, it represents a whole lot of what my fear-facing challenges has been about this year, is my third part of the speed dating series, where I set out to ask a bunch of strangers, or actually 5 girls, for a speed date. And this was such a hard task. I set out with all this ambitions and like energy, like this is gonna be such an easy thing, because I was in a state where everything just felt effortless. But as I started, I realized, or I filled up with all the anxiety that we get when we want to face fears, and it just hit me like with the knuckle in the face, and it was all of a sudden this tremendously uphill thing. I had to ask 5 girls for a speed date, and well, I put in a lot of effort. I got 2 speed dates, but when the last one came, before the last one came, I just like I hit the wall. It was like I just wanted to go home. But in the essence of really manning up and doing what I needed to do, I decided to finish my quest, and I found the last girl, Molly, which I approached. She didn't want to go on a speed. She didn't want to do a speed date with me. She really didn't want to. But I was so determined. I was so clear on my objective. I really wanted this to happen. So I managed with my, I don't know, my social skills, the skills I've developed to when talking to all these strangers throughout this year, I managed to convince her to do a little speed date. I tricked her to start just questioning me, and then I actually got her to answer a few questions as well. And we just had a fun connecting moment. We laughed. Get to the point, god damn it. Yeah, Jacqueline, you're gonna have to guide me through this. It was just a great moment. So proud for pushing through, and it holds the essence of me facing first and doing it, feeling so proud, and having yet another reference case. This year has been crowded with so many reference cases for me to look back at, to have as energy source. When I know I'm doubting myself, when I feel I just want to go home, I look back at all these moments and I get that energy to do what's hard, what's tough. And that's part of the uphill battle with starting to face fears, with starting this journey out. It's tough in the beginning because you don't have these reference cases to look back at, but the more you do it, the easier it gets, because you've proven to yourself earlier that if you actually face your fears, if you actually do what's tough, then you will get a tremendous reward. And this reward results in a boost of your self-esteem. Self-esteem, which results in self-love. You just be a happier person. You will feel a ton better if you do what you set out to do, if you take actions towards your goals. And this particular one was one of the ones that just felt the best, just made me feel so proud, and was like a pure epic win. Okay, so what's happening in the comments here? Guin Konsa, what is this about? Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of a year evaluation, looking back at some of my top moments, some of my fear-facing moments that I've experienced, and try to just share some of the main conclusions and learnings from these moments. It's a bit freestyle, it's gonna be a bit all over the place, so feel free to jump in and guide me in the direction you wanted to go. Cute stuff by Carly. Me too, he's awesome. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Armando, welcome. Welcome. Jacqueline, he asked if I bang already. Well, that's none of your concern. What's the difference in being persistent and being annoying? That's a social skill question asked by Armando. Well, if you ask me, it comes down to fingertip feeling. sometimes you start out being annoying, but you really have to take in the person you're talking to. Like when I approached Molly and I asked her if she wanted to do the speed date with me, I was straight to the point, but I went into the interaction with the easiness, and I just made her laugh quite instantly. Even though if she said no in a way that she still had fun with the interaction, and I wasn't like sales pushing in a way that this made her uncomfortable. And I'm saying that by the way I interpreted her signals. I for sure have experienced other moments where I felt that they've been annoyed, and when I feel that, then I then I quite quickly like step away. I'm not gonna sell something like myself to a person that really doesn't want it. An example of this would be, which is actually one of my top 3 most cringe moments. It's the video where I set out to find a person to go to the cinema with me. I asked people if they like dinosaurs because I was going to see Jurassic World, and well, that challenge for sure entailed some cringe moments where I felt like, oh, this is so awful, but also I felt that I was annoying, that I disturbed people, because some of the people you interact with, they just don't want part of you. Again, with Molly, I felt that there was something there. She was laughing. She said no, but she was laughing. So you just have to develop that fingertip feeling, social skills to read, to interpret the situation in the right way. Again, going back to my social fair park example here, it was the first lady I asked.
If it's an excuse to really get
I just have to share you this.
energized.
Hold it. Oh, this is this moment. So I'm walking up to the first woman after just having all this anxiety and not wanting to do it.
Can I ask you a question? If you like dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
No, my son has them.
Your son has them?
Yeah.
Is he gonna go watch the new Jurassic Park movie?
No, he's 18 now, so it was when he was little. Yeah.
I'm 30 and I'm gonna go watch it.
Okay.
Have a lovely day.
Okay, so that was just awful. I mean, it was just, I just felt ashamed within, and I can feel when she's turning away and just walking away before I get the chance to like cancel the whole thing. That's just one of those signs, and it's no point in like trying to sell them if they don't want to. Okay, that's I think I've made my point clear. Okay, let's see what's happening in the comments. Max asks, so tell us about the big win. What do you mean by that? I probably said something, but I don't forget it. Jacqueline asks if I will make a channel on Pornhub for speed dating sequels, and no, I won't. Pornhub. I recognize that name, but that's not my cup of tea. My last comment didn't show up. No, it was blocked, not by me, by YouTube. Cute stuff by Carly. What did you write, Jacqueline? Oh, yeah. He asked if I should do a channel on Pornhub. What the fuck, bro? 12 minutes in and still no drama. What kind of drama do you want? Oh my god, anxiety. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I will be better at reading comments. It's a skill to... if I want to tell something, I have to tell it, and I can't read all the time. But throw this stuff in there, and we'll see what we can do. One of my other top moments is it actually hasn't been released yet, and I don't know if you're able to get the idea, get get what's so fun with it when I show you the video here. But it represents how much fun you can have with random people. This was the part of my asking people for a smile challenge, which I haven't released the last video with the last 20 smiles, but that whole experience, I could talk about that for just like an entire live stream for 3 hours, just breaking down the asking for smiles quest. It's been a tremendous growth journey, and there's so many things I want to say about that, and I don't know how much I should go into that. Okay, before I show you that video, do you want to... should I answer the question or should I show you the video? I don't know if the video is even that funny. I'll show you the video. So I was in this local space. I've been home at Öland for 2 weeks. It's a small little island where I grew up. So it's not like Stockholm environment, like when here where I'm at now, where I've done most of my challenges. It's a total different context when you come to this small place where people are, they know each other, and you know that they know who you are, so you don't have that anonymous, you're not anonymous to the same extent, and it makes you think about the whole thing to another extent. And by the way, that's my little brother, if you don't know that. Man, I am unorganized. The video, come on, let me show you the video. Basically, it's just me asking this random dude for a smile, but he probably has the worst smile in the world. No judgment there, but he just seems so uncomfortable, and I don't know if that will be, if you can pick up on that when I put it up here, but I've been watching this video over and over again, and it's just so funny. Okay, here goes.
Du delar ett leende med mig. Absolut. Tjena Toppen!
Tjena!
Det är schysst leende då. Tack så mycket.
Tackar!
Oh my god, can you see that smile? He's like terrified of me. This is so fun. Okay, that was probably just fun in my own world, but it shows that if you dare to just interact with all these random people. I mean, my smile challenge, I've probably asked like 150 people throughout this December month for a smile, to share a smile with me. Talking to that many people, it has just made me experience so many great moments. I've got to meet all these amazing people, all these angry people, all these like-minded people that just are happy and have loved to share this smile with me. It's just okay, I have to read comments, sorry. Let's see what the comment says. Guin Konsa asks, so what's the big thing last year? Can you define the question? I have so many big things that happened last year, and that's just what I'm trying to do now, just highlight some of the top moments. Max says you guys are weird. Yeah. Cute asks, do you feel less afraid than a year ago? And that's a super good question. I don't even know where to begin. I feel like an entire different person now compared to a year ago. I mean, I've run this YouTube channel for like, is it 3 years? 3.5 years? 3.5 years plus. And I've been pushing myself to do these different things, and as I've been doing it, I've grown I've grown my ability to handle fear, to stand in the fear, to face fears, even if I've felt like shit. Because as I just said a couple of minutes ago, I have so many reference cases where I've been standing in the exact same position that as I've been when I'm about to approach fear. I've just proven to myself so many times that if I do it, if I do what's hard, if I face those fears, if I just push through the wall of anxiety, every goddamn time it has been worth it. Every time. And since that is like an embedded truth within me now, it's just a part of me. I can't argue against it. I always know that it will be worth it. And I didn't have that a year ago. I had it to some extent, but now I have it even more. And especially after going through this challenge. I mean, this is Smile 94, and with all the rejections, way beyond 150 requests for a smile, that has just totally made me, okay, not totally made me numb, but it has decreased my anxiety level to talk in the context of talking to strangers to like uncomparable levels. So without a doubt, I'm an entirely different person right now, and I'm able to do daring things to a whole different extent. And that has made my life so much more fun. This year, with all my challenges, how I feel right now is just, it's out of this world. I love it. I love all these challenges, and I love where I am at right now, and I love where I'm going with this. And I love just having this conversation with you guys. So yeah, the question is, the answer to the question is for sure yes. Okay, more comments. Tell us new things. Okay, Jacqueline, this is a year evaluation, so I don't know what kind of new things that would. I mean, the 2 weeks that has passed, I've just been home hanging out with my sister, just focusing on getting her life back on track, and I've been editing these smile videos. So for the last couple of weeks, not that much new things has happened. Oh, okay, I can tell you one fun incident. Long-winded, be more specific. Okay, but yeah, I just have to tell you the little anecdote that happened during this Christmas holiday. I haven't been out clubbing in like 30 years. No, I'm over 30, so I don't go out clubbing anymore. But during the Christmas holiday, I went clubbing with my friends, and if you have my Instagram, you might have seen the live videos I put up there. Not the live, but yeah. Anyways, I went clubbing. I had a ton. I proved to myself that I was able to go out and just enjoy myself in that context. But since the contrast of going out in the club now compared to earlier, now when I'm much more fearless and I'm much more confident, and with all what all this does to you is that it increases your self-esteem. If you do these things, you will just feel better from within. And being in the club context now with the new confidence, I was just able to enjoy myself to a new extent. I didn't need to drink anything. I could still dance and have fun with girls, and it was just super fun. And as like a reward for all that effort, when I was standing in the queue, I had this like tremendous ego boost, which is just only for my sake, but it was just a fun anecdote, and it's a new thing. I had this girl standing behind me, and I was talking to my friend, but then I just turn around and I see this girl there, and she's just grinning, like this huge grin on her face, and she's looking at me like she knows me. So I like, do I know you? Why are you smiling so big? And she looks at me. She can't speak because she's just like she's blushing and all tingly, and then she says, "You're just so goddamn good looking, so I can't help myself." And that was just a great moment, because once in a while you just need a little ego boost. And my new social confidence, I was able to just talk and have fun, and yeah, it was just a nice little moment. And I think that was the result of what I'm putting out with the confidence I've gained. Now, okay. Gwyn Consa, tell us the secrets. Tell us fun stories. Yes. Okay, the secrets. There's so many secrets to facing fears, or what kind of secrets are we talking about here? Because there's no quick fix. This requires tremendous patience, grit, and effort. You need to my number one secret to constant fear-facing growth, the ability to do what's hard, is to do small things every day. I keep coming back to this analogy. It's like working out. Running a marathon once or twice a year, sure, that's good for you, but if you do small things daily, that's when the results come. That's when you change yourself fundamentally. It's a mindset change. It's a fundamental change within, because then you will start doing things automatically. You need to have a low bar, and you need to be okay with having that low bar, because when you face the bigger, more daunting things, it will not be as hard, because you're used to just doing small things every day. It's the behavior that you do. Then the difficult level may change, but the behavior is implemented, and you can do it with ease. That's a exaggeration, but much easier. That's some of the techniques, tips, the big secrets. Okay, what more comments do we got? Armando, perhaps you were expecting some surprise for me to reveal a secret that had eluded you. Something that would change your perspective of events, shatter you to your core. There is no great revelation, no great secret. There is only you. Deep words coming straight from Armando there. One of my true core followers that has been with us for quite some time, and always brings great points to the table of discussion. And once again, Armando, thank you for sharing your point. Gwyn says, write the quote. What quote? Tanya Taddy, welcome to the stream. Not much. Gwyn, you? I don't understand. Ah, okay. I'm all confused with the comments here, so you need to be clearer. But just a blast having so many people here. Just have to take the opportunity to thank you. Thank you so much for just being a part of this. It's so fun to have these discussions with you. Also, again, I want you to share your thoughts on what kind of content you like to see, what gives you the most value, and how do you want to see 2019 moving forward. You're not reading us, bro. What am I missing here? I'd quote my favorite quote. Okay. Oh, Tanya didn't know that she was subscribed to me. Well, now you know. Welcome again. Okay, I am still confused about the comments, but still, if there's something I'm missing, clarify it, put it out again. Yeah, the chat is too chaotic. And that smile just cranks me up. Okay. Another one of my top videos I'd like to share. Oh, I've done so many things. I actually turned 30 that year, and that for sure was kind of emotional. It gave you perspective on life, and I just have to. I don't know if I should go down that road. Maybe that's not interesting. Guys, I mean, what are you doing with the chat? You're just screaming at each other. Haven't you learned anything? Smile to each other. Have fun in a orderly. I don't know what's happening here. Go down that road, Tanya says. Well, okay. I think it's great to have these low points or moments where you just have to ask yourself what the heck you're going. It's so easy to just get stuck in the squirrel wheel when you move. You just keep doing what you're doing because you're comfortable with it. You're just doing what you do out of pure routine. But when you approach these bigger moments, when you approach these bigger moments in life, it's like a wake-up call. It's like you have to pause because it's too emotional to not take in what happens to you. It increases your awareness, and awareness is one of those key things that I keep getting back to as one of those core elemental things that you should develop. If you want to be able to face fears, you need to have a high level of awareness, because that's when you're able to pick up on what scares you, so you can identify what kind of actions you need to take. Anyways, turning 30, that created that emotional moment for me to just reflect on my life. Am I doing what I want to do? And the answer was no. I was stuck in a comfortable place, and I started to change things, and I started to be more honest and really talk about what I really want to talk about, being more passionate. And again, this is something that is key to developing self-esteem. You need to go out there and show up as your true self. You need to do that at work, with your friends, and in all kinds of social contexts. And this is part of why I'm having so much fun when I talk to strangers. Because when I approach a stranger, it's like I have nothing to hide. It's a blank canvas. They don't know me, they don't judge me from anything I've done before. It's just my chance to make a new impression, or a first impression. When it comes to old friends, work colleagues and such, you have this frame of how you're supposed to be, and that picture may be stale and old. It may be a picture that was painted 10 years ago, when you were an entirely different person. And at least for me, I've had such a tough time breaking away from that old stale picture. Like with old friends and with work colleagues, I haven't dared. I've been scared to show up as my true self. But with this whole fear-facing approach, like just having fear-facing challenges, that has colored off. That has made me realize that there are so many different fears in all different kinds of areas. In work, I realized I don't dare to talk about my YouTube and stuff like that, because I have this old picture frame that I want to live up to. If they don't have the same, if they realize I'm not the same person, they may dislike me. So much things I have to say about this. But one of the main conclusions and learnings and result of the change I've done this year is that I've started to really dare to say what I want to say and show up as my true self in all contexts. And that has just made me feel so much better from within. Life is just, again, so much more fun now after this year of fear facing. So just don't see fear facing as a isolated part to the small challenges you do. Okay, you want to talk to new people, that will only result to you being better at talking to people. No, it will color off to your entire life. You will be fundamentally changed as a person if you start to take fear facing seriously. Sorry, I have missed so many comments here. I have a tough time doing two things at the same time. Okay, Alexander is way too philosophic. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Jacqueline, what moments did you sleep with that girl or not? You keep coming back to that question, Jacqueline. What girl? Jacqueline, he already answered it. He said, it's nobody's business. Ha ha ha. Armando got my back. Who is this guy? Do you mean Pyre Aware? Ask, who is this guy? Do you mean me or somebody in the comments? Tanya Tati Alexander, are you a pickup artist? No, I'm for sure not a pickup artist. I'm a guy trying to reach my goal of being able to talk with anyone at any given time, anywhere. It's just social skills is incredibly important to me because I get so much out of talking to people, and that comes from me looking at myself as an introvert. It's a skill I've learned to develop. I have developed within, because I've just realized how much it does for my well-being. And the whole discussion on being an introvert or not, or if you actually should use that term, is something we have been discussing a whole lot. I'm not going to go into that topic right now, but I still see myself as an introvert, and that means that I like solitude, I like being alone. But with the focus of developing my social skills, I've learned to have so much fun with strangers. I've learned to enjoy company to a totally new extent, because it's just fun. It's people they just give me so much energy. It's like now when I feel bad, I automatically think about how to fix it through going out there talking to people. And your question again, if I'm a pickup artist, no, I'm really not. But I have had the goal to meet a girl, so hence some of my challenges have been aimed to make that happen. Like I had the challenge of asking 5 girls for a speed date, and that kind of challenge aligns with so many of my goals. I want to meet a girl, I want to develop my social skills, I want to face my fears. So it's just me pursuing my goals. And that's what I have to say about that. Armando, any tips on keeping high frequency of action? I face my fears, but few times a month. I need to change that. Any tips on this marathon? Yeah, I have tons of tips. Again, allow yourself. Okay, I need a cup of tea for this. A sip of tea. I'm not going to drag it out too much, but my tips for keeping the high frequency up is that you need to put up clear goals. And this is, how do I put this? You need to, that's why I work with week challenges. Like Monday through Friday, I have a clear objective. I have a goal I need to attain, or at least put in a real effort to go after that goal. If I don't clearly state what I want to do, then it won't be clear enough for me to remind myself of doing it daily. like this smile challenge. I had 100 smiles I needed to collect. It was obvious to me, and it just was something I needed to do. So that is one of the keys, to have a clear goal, but not having a goal that is too high, because if it's too much of an effort, you're not going to do it. Because if you want to have this high frequency, it means you're doing something almost at a daily basis, or like Monday through Friday, as I am. But we will feel like shit some days. It's just the reality of our being. But allowing a very low bar, as I spoke about earlier, it means that you can do the very minimum and you still have that behavior. You will still put in the routine, but the level of difficulty is just varying. And how do you make this happen? Well, again, I'm very structured in the way I follow my challenges I put up. I work in OneNote, so I have checklists. So every day I keep a journal where I keep track of what the heck I'm doing. Like you can see, here's my journaling system, and I have all these check boxes, and here's my fear-facing list. So I make sure to just track what I'm doing. I have this synced to my phone, and if I, like now when I'm doing a live stream, that's a fear-facing thing for me, live stream, and I have a checkbox, so I check it off when I do it. Now, if your goal is to talk to more random people, I would say a very clear objective or goal for me would be to Monday through Friday, every day I'm going to talk to at least one person. And then, since I'm using the system throughout the day, I would just use it to remind myself, but also keep track of how I'm doing. And I would journal about it, and I would make sure to at least check one box off every day. And we've been talking so much about this. This is totally dependent on what kind of level you are at. You should always make sure to push yourself out of the comfort zone, but not having too high of a goal. But you need to find a balance in what kind of challenges you put up. Okay, back to the comments. Gwyn, okay, I'm making you feel you don't care about us, Alex. I do. It's just when I get a question, I want to answer it fully. So then I get into what I want to say. But I'm getting to your questions, I think. Yeah. Jack Quinn says, pickup artist. I don't think so. He's a wannabe philosophy coach and psychologist. Well, I think you nailed it on that one. I don't want to push any learnings on anyone, actually. I just do the things I do, and I gain learnings or insights from what I do, and by sharing them, I just speak them out loud to myself. It's just my way of learning from my own actions, and because if I don't talk to you about it, I don't do it as serious. I just skip ahead, and just having these reflecting moments on what we're doing, it's so important, because when I fail, if I just move ahead, I'm not learning from that failure. I need to keep improving myself, and I do that by breaking down what I do and try to improve. Oh man, so much talking. But what I do want to do with my videos is that I want to like entertain and inspire. I mean, I love making videos, so if I can make these videos entertaining and to some extent maybe just inspire some of you to go out and do something similar, because I know how great it makes me feel, then I have a win there. Okay, Alex, are you sleepy? He's a sleepy introvert. Do I look sleepy? My flight was at 7 o'clock this morning, so I got up super early, And yeah, I am a bit Alex is sweating. Yeah. Who is this guy coaching? Coughing. Who is this guy coughing? Did you mean coughing or coaching? Oh, coughing. That's my little brother. Niklas, say hi.
What?
Can you say hi to the camera?
Hello, camera.
Yeah, he's super enthusiastic about it. He's my little brother and we live together. Yeah, thank you, Armando, for filling in. And Jacqueline says, this is boring. Take off your shirt to make it exciting. I have to think about that. True that, Jacqueline. It's boring and I'll leave for now. Thank you for joining in, Gunin Konsa. Tanya asks if I have a six-pack. And Jacqueline says, why does it matter? Well, I don't know where the heck this conversation is going right now. But I can let you know, hitting on one of the fear-facing things again. I've learned to take, what do you say? Comments that hurt. I've learned how to handle that. And that's a whole lot thanks to Jacqueline here. He has a tendency to give me a ton of shit, but I've learned to appreciate that when it's actually something I can change and do better. Like when I've been too coward or too weak on my challenges or just doing things the wrong way. He has pointed out that in a very harsh way. And I've had to learn how to take that in because I've never had bad comments in that way before. And the big learning, the general learning is that people will give you shit in life, but you need to learn how to take it in the right way and see if there's actually some growth you can do from that shit that is thrown in your face. And it's not always shit. It's just sometimes you have to read what it says, whether it's in a comment or if it's people talking to you. Don't make it hurt you. Grow from it. Decide to grow from it. Don't be the kind of person that breaks down and cry in the corner when there's a learning opportunity, when there's a growth opportunity. But for me, being the kind of person that grew up with like a people pleaser, if you're like me in that sense that it hurts within, like deeply hurts if you're not pleasing people, you can't live in that kind of situation. You just can't. You have to learn how to not be loved by everyone. It's not humanly possible that everybody's gonna like you. And it's good. It's a good thing. Because that means you're not the same as everyone else. But extract what's actually good for you to change and then change. Ton of truth you mean, Jacqueline says. Yeah, that's for you, that's truth. I mean, just because one person has an opinion, it doesn't mean that opinion is right. But I have to evaluate, is there some truth to this? Is this something that is important to me to adapt to? Then you should do the change. And that's how I've learned to what do you say, face these kinds of things. I am now so much better at handling criticism. And that's partially thanks to you, Jacqueline, so thank you for that. Okay, people just left. I don't get why people gotta be mean, lol. Cute stuff by Carly says, no, people should be kind, but sometimes a bit of ruthlessness can be good. I don't think they're mean, they're just trolling to get some laughs. Yeah. Haha, sometimes it's difficult. Yeah, I'm not saying it's easy. Heck no. As I've said, some of the most anxiety-filled moments has been when some comments has been dropped here. It's like, oh man. But I've learned how to deal with it. What is difficult? Yeah, I think Cutie Stuff by Carly meant handling negative criticism. That's my interpretation. So you don't have a six-pack then? Ha ha ha. Tanya Taddy says, well, who knows? Who knows? You'll just have to check out my old videos, and maybe you'll find a six-pack in those videos. I do love to work out. That's actually one of the key insights or learnings from this year. Movement, working out, I believe every person needs that, because it's just this secret hack for how, it's not a secret, it's just a hack for how to change your mood. If you're like me, if you get stuck in these mood dips and you feel like shit, workout is the quick solution. When you move around, when you use your body, when you run and do whatever, you get endorphins, you get dopamine kicks. I can't remember. No, endorphins. Good feeling emotions. Use that as a tool. When you feel bad, you go down to the gym, you go out for a run, you just work out some, and you will change that mood. Side anecdote. Tanya says, bye everybody. Thank you for your company. I loved having you here, and I love to see more of you. Sorry, Jack Quinn just said Alex is fake and gay. Thank you for that. Oh shit, the chick left. Yeah, we had a good run, but we scared her away. We scared her away. Man, we have been streaming for 51 minutes now. I don't know how long we should drag this out. I still haven't gotten any feedback from you guys. I want to hear what kind of what do you get out of this channel? What do you want to see moving forward? I would appreciate that. I mean, I have been taking in more and more of you. Max says, I'll lead to then. Jack Quinn has a point about being boring, by the way. But meh, be more specific. Okay. Since I'm starting to get boring here, I am gonna close this down after Jack Quinn asked me to tell us a personal actual story. Okay. Okay. You want me to go really personal? Okay, I can tell you this. Okay, should I give you a personal story? When I was... Okay, I don't know where to start okay. When my youth, like when I went to high school and is it college? Like the year between 15 to 22, I really was like I had my previous outgoing social party guy life. I had periods where I went out to when I went out clubbing like 3 times a week. I met with a lot of girls back then. I just had a ton of fun. I probably had like 4 different girlfriends throughout that period, and it was just life was about having fun and partying, I guess, to some extent. But then I started university, and with that when I started the university, it actually ended my last relationship. I was like 22, I think. And that was the last time I actually had a girlfriend, and that's like 8 years ago. When I started university, it was just such an effort to get through school. It was just so fucking hard, to be frank. I studied from early morning to late evening every day for like 6 years maybe, and it just changed my social life totally. I stopped going out. I stopped drinking to some extent, and it was just like it was a shitty period in my life. Like most of life was really shitty then, because it was just pain to do that. But it's just a good. It's both a good and a bad trait of mine. I'm so goddamn, like, I can't give up. When I start doing something, I just have to finish it. And I probably should have quit school because it wasn't for me, but because it almost broke me. I just felt like shit throughout that period, and it made me lose all my social skills. It made me lose my ability to talk to girls, to party, to have a girlfriend. And it just stuck with me for all these years until like 3 years ago when I started this YouTube channel, and I started getting back to this social life again. I started to prioritize what actually was important to me. I wasn't stuck in doing things just because I was supposed to study for an exam because my dad thought that I should be an engineer, and that's why I went after that to some extent. I was finally free from having to study every day, and I could instead start doing things that really meant something for me, for real, that made me feel good. And this has been a journey to come back to. And that's why I laugh when you ask me if I'm a pickup artist. I'm really, really not a pickup artist. I'm just trying to get back to where I was to some extent, but much, much stronger and better, and with a purer sense. I don't know where I'm going with this, and that was quite personal, but the truth is I haven't had a girlfriend for 8 years, and I haven't dated anyone seriously for many years, and the closest thing to that is like very few occasions. For instance, the girl that I asked for a speed date here in November, and we went for like 3 dates, and that's as far as I've got. I have a journey ahead of me, and this is quite emotional for me to share this, but I'm excited about it, and I feel great about it, and I just know life is just, this year it's gonna be epic. I'm gonna have so much fun with life because I've just decided to do what's right for me. I've decided to ask myself what is really important, and then I'm gonna make sure to goddamn do that. Okay, sorry. You got a story there. Let's see what the comment says. Okay, I will stay for the story. Paui Auyur says, yes, he needs... finally, this is interesting. I agree on that. Armando needs to take a step back. Why? Pyre, I love this, man. It touches me. Well, yeah. Women are like gays with no shaft. I have no idea what that means. And okay, Cutie asks here, you don't use Tinder? And here's the thing. I've actually used Tinder for the last 2 years. I think I've matched with almost 400 girls. Now I haven't used it in like 6 months, but the thing is, since I haven't been active among girls for such a long time, it freaking scares the crap out of me. when it comes to Tinder, I've gone on a few dates. I've talked to a lot of girls, but as soon as it gets scary, my subconscious makes me shut down. It makes me come up with these excuses to not go through with it, to not put me in harm's way, to not put me in a situation where I'm exposed to being like hurt or just being disliked. Or I mean, if I'm supposed to like kiss a girl now, it's so much tension built up into it since it hasn't happened in such a long while. At least looking back at it, I self-sabotage myself all the time because it's just scary, and it's an identified fear, and it's when I've done this identification of what is hindering me from moving forward, I can address the issue and I can put up fair challenges that will baby step me away from what's holding me back. That's the reality, and that's why, yeah, that was a weird ending on that, but I'm just gonna end on that. Hire a sex worker one time. No, I'm not gonna go to a hooker, Jacqueline. I'm fine anyways. Women are like gays with no shaft. I still don't understand that. Women are like gays with no shaft. Tell another story. Get a girl who eats you up, and by this I mean she would notice that. How? What do you mean? Make a video with a story instead. Destructive behavior. Edit video with a story is better. Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, personal history videos are boom. Okay, I hear you guys. I'm gonna see if I can if I can find an interesting story within this little memory bank of mine and make a story out of it. That's what's gonna end this video. I had no idea where this was gonna go when I started this live stream, and but sitting here right now, I can say that this has been the best live stream so far. Thank you so much for just contributing to what we experienced here. Really nice. Had a really nice time, and we'll see what happens moving forward. I will make a story video. Perhaps that will be the one coming out next Sunday. I don't know. I have to come up with the story to tell also. And as Armando says, I like stories, but actions speak louder than words. You're not defined by what you say, you are defined by what you do. But to some extent, a story also tells what you have done. It is history of actions. However, this Sunday, I will be sharing the last video of all the smiles I have been collecting. It is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be a bit longer. It entails more smiles, but I'm going to share more reflections there. It's just the last video. Then you will not see another smile requesting video again. I promise you that. I went a bit over the edge on the amount of smiles I asked for, but as I said, when I decide to do something, I just have to finish it. And yeah, that's the story of that. Cute stuff by Carly says, "You the man, baby." Thanks, yeah. Well, thank you. I do like an ego boost once in a while. Jacqueline says, "Be vulnerable, my man." Yeah, I am gonna be a bit vulnerable, but I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. Bye everybody, love the story. Thank you all for joining in. We'll see you, live stream next Friday and video coming out this Sunday. It's been a blast. Yeah, it's been a blast. Love you guys. Ciao.